Hello, beautiful souls. Hi. I'm on my webcam filming this live. So I usually do lives on my Facebook page titled Tarot with Blossom. Okay. But I wanted to come on here because I never do. And I wanted to give y'all some love because y'all really show more love to me than like the people on Facebook, the people on my Facebook page. Y'all show more love. So I wanted to do like a chat. We could talk about anything. We could pull some cards, but I'm open to it. If nobody gets on here in like a minute, I'm just gonna start shuffling cards and keep this live stream up so that you can come back and watch it. Let's see. Let's see. So I might use these cards. These are my vintage cards, and these are actually my grandfather's. When he passed away, I actually had these passed down to me. So these cards are actually from 1986. So they're my vintage cards, my vintage tarot, because you can't find it anywhere. But also, let me see what else I want to use. I want to just put out some positive energy today. I want to put out positive vibes because we need it. It's like, think about it like this, like positive vibes are like this. It's like a domino effect because once you send it out to the universe, it keeps going and going. It's like when you're kind to a person, then they want to be kind to a person. It's like it's literally like that. And think about it this way too: when you're rude to a person, then they want to be rude to another person. Then that person wants to be rude to another person, and it's just like this domino effect. So let's do the domino effect with the positive energies. Let me scoot back, y'all, cause okay, okay. So let me pull my little desk out so we can shuffle these cards. I'm in a good mood today. Like I'm in such a good energy. Like when I tell y'all, y'all know that song by Janae Aiko. I'm hearing it in my head just now. It's like, what did she say? It's a song called "Everything Must Go." That's what I'm hearing. Like everything you know, forget about it. Oh, this is what she said. What you create for you, no one can take from you. Your energy and your soul is all that goes wherever we go. Everything else don't. Forget about it. Okay. So that's the message. Everything must go. Excuse me, y'all. I hate when I have to keep doing that, like clearing my throat. But like I said in my last reading that I just did, y'all should check out Why Are They Salty? I actually did get over a sickness. And let me tell y'all how much of a healer I am. I had a speedy recovery. Like I was sick for one day. Like, and usually when I get like colds, because it was like a slight cold. Usually when I get a cold, it lasts for at least 3 to 4 days. But it lasted me a day, honey, because I was taking care of myself. So take care of yourself. That's the message too. Take care of yourself. You deserve it. Okay, so Spirit, what positive messages does my collective need for all my flower babies out there? What positive messages do they need? So we're gonna pull some positive messages, and I want you to come to this live stream. Even if you watch it more than once, like when you're going through something or you're having a bad day or somebody's triggering you or you're just in your feelings, come see this positive message, okay? These positive messages. You want to know something, y'all? I used to always feel corny. Like in high school, I used to post quotes, and people always made me feel like that's stupid or why are you focused on that at our age? But when I look back at all those quotes, I was learning through those quotes, and I learned a lot of emotional intelligence and knowledge. So don't ever let people make you feel bad for like, don't ever let people make you feel bad for posting quotes, posting positivity, posting real messages, truth messages, because people need that. We live in a world where it's just so much going on. So much patriarchy, misogyny, homophobia, xenophobia, ableism. Like there's so much going on in this world. So why not have positive messages? Okay. All right, Spirit, what positive message does my flower babies need? What do they need? Why the first card that come out is this? And every time this card comes out, people really think it represents that. The devil is an archetype, okay? It's an archetype. So this energy is coming up because it's saying, yes, there's negative energy going on. There's negative energy. I'm asking for positive messages. And this is just letting me know, like, there's negative energy literally going on. And I feel like this is just giving the vibe of like spiritual warfare, okay? Temptation, things that you know you shouldn't do, things, because right now you may even be tempted to want to go off on somebody or post something that you know you shouldn't post or do, but it's because of this energy. It's on the planet right now. That's why we're making this video, for positive vibes, okay? So Spirit, clarify what that is, because that's crazy how I'm asking for positive messages. Oh, you know what? Look, the judgment card came out. So this is happening in the mind, right? This is happening in the mind. So the positive message here is to not let your negative thoughts cloud your judgment. Do not let your negative thoughts get the best of you. Do not let these dark thoughts control you, okay? Don't be tempted to do things that will get you out of character that you know that you don't even do. And I feel like the energy I'm getting here is like payback. Like you want to give somebody payback, don't even do it, because the universe does. Like the universe literally does. Let me tell y'all something. Like it's this movie that I was watching. I didn't finish it, but it's about Venus and Serena Williams, right? And it was like their dad was played by Will Smith, and it was crazy because like in the movie they beat up Will Smith. This gang beat up Will Smith. He was the dad, right? And he was trying to retaliate. He went back home, got a gun and everything. And as he was walking up to the person to shoot them, a car had already drove by and shot the person that assaulted him, right? It was the main person that assaulted him because that main person actually like pistol whipped him while the whole gang jumped him, right? And it was like he was about to retaliate and then it already happened. And that's like, I know that's kind of an effed up example, but it's just, that's what came to me with this energy here. It's like when you want to retaliate, don't, because chances are spirit already got it handled. Spirit already got it handled, okay? As soon as I said that, the sun started shining more. So that's confirmation. Let's see. Spirit, what positive messages do we have here? Let me just say real messages, because I feel like sometimes a real message is not always going to have a positive element to it. So we're going to say truth messages, real messages. Look, the Eight of Cups is in reverse. So, excuse me. Don't let your negative thoughts make you feel like you can't get away from them, because the Eight of Cups in reverse is like, I can't get away. Because when this is in the upright, it's like walking away from something emotionally, but it's like being stuck in something. Like a lot of this is emotional, okay? Because the Cups is here. Let's see, what else? Let's see what we can add to that. Yeah, another card in reverse. Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles, something that, when this is in the upright, it's like something that is very slow, but here it can be fast. So it's like these negative thoughts come fast. And I feel like, excuse me, y'all, my nose is running, but it's not something that that you should allow to control you here, because I feel like this is like also for some of you, this could be relationships that you know that you shouldn't be in. And this is not just limited to romantic relationships, okay? This is relationships of all kinds, like people you know you should cut off. So that's the message for some people here. But with the Eight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, it's like this is given like investment energy. Do not invest your energy into negative thoughts. You can walk away. It may feel like you can't. It may feel like it comes so quickly and you can't control it here. You can't have that. It's like you can't find stability mentally, but you can. And it just takes practice, you know? You just can't run away from these negative thoughts. Some of you maybe dealing with these negative thoughts through vices, through smoking, through substances, through alcohol, through sex, through video games, through shopping, through eating, whatever your vice is here. The spirit is telling you to let go of that. Let go of that and really deal with your emotions. Like, stop trying to run away from them. Really deal with them, okay? Really deal with them so that you can fully let them go, so that you can have that mental stability. Because it's not going to happen overnight. Okay, takes time. Look, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yes. Okay, so this is some truth messages I'm gonna have to do. But what this is giving is like you feel like things don't work out in your favor here. Okay, somebody feels like that, or you just feel like every time you take one step forward, you get put 10 steps back. But the message in that is understanding that some things are just not meant for you. Okay, there are certain things you think are for you, but it's not. And sometimes it's a blessing in disguise that you got put 10 steps back. So here, you really have to change your judgment. Okay, change the way that you see things, and the way you see things change. And I know it sounds so cliche, but it's very true. It is very true because the way that you exist in your world and your reality is all from your mind. So if you can change the quality of your mind, you change the quality of your life. You change the quality of your experiences. You change the quality of your relationships, okay? But oh, see, look, Three of Pentacles, yeah. Who you're around. And these could be people you need to cut off, people that you need to just distance yourself from. Because people have the power to affect our energy. And one of my favorite YouTubers, her name is Cassandra Mack. I love her. I love her. Like the things she says, even though they're faith based and religion based, I really love, and I could take messages from it because it resonates with me. Even though I don't consider myself religious, I'm spiritual, it still resonates because one thing she said that is going to always stick with me is that a lot of things happen on a spiritual level. They just manifest as the physical. So, for example, if somebody is talking about you on a spiritual level, that's them trying to destroy your character, but it's manifesting as gossip, you know? So it's like you could be dealing with people who do things like that here with the Three of Pentacles. These could even be people you work with, or just sometimes it could even be family here, helping out the wrong people. You could be helping out the wrong people because I don't get a good vibe from that energy. Let's see what else. Yeah, yeah. And it's like you're refusing to want to be alone. You're refusing to want to be by yourself, even though these Three of Pentacles people are not for you. I feel like those of you that have tapped into this, you may feel lost. You may feel like, where is my life taking me? Where is life going? But really, what you have to do is just let go of certain people. Because I guarantee you, like, when I look back at my life and and it was in shambles, it was literally because of the energy I was around, the people that I was around. When I got away from those people, my life upgraded. My life changed. It was like spirit was like, let me upgrade you because this is some real ass shit. Like people can stop you from reaching the heights that you want to reach because we're all spiritual beings. We all have these special manifesting powers. Even though people don't think they can manifest, we all manifest unconsciously. So that sometimes you could be around people who are manifesting negative things for you, and it is manifesting because you yourself could be wallowing in like self-pity and doubt and self-deprecation and self-loathing, and that just speeds up that process. It makes it happen for you because you're already on that frequency as well. So it's time to remove yourself from these people, and it's a hard process. And every time I do these types of collective readings, it's kind of like the same message for me, like people needing to remove people. It's like a constant reminder. It's like spirit keep telling me like do these live readings because people need to know like to remove people because that can better the quality of your life. Like having the wrong people around you makes things harder. You could be in an environment with people who don't see you, but then you go to somewhere else. Like for example, I'm going to share a small story. Like when I was in high school, I went to this high school for 3 years. People didn't notice me. People walked all over me. People talked shit about me. People made me feel like I was never going to be anything. Senior year, when I became a senior, I went to a new school. People noticed me. People liked me. People complimented me. Like a lot of good things happened to me. I graduated at the top of my class. I was prom queen. Like my first 3 weeks there, because I took choir, I got a solo and I was the new girl. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it is your environment and it is the people you're around. So get away from these people because people have the power to influence how you feel about yourself. People literally have that power. That's why you have to take control and have that power over yourself so that people can't make you think of yourself in any way because you know that how you see yourself is most important, not how they see you. Because a lot of times when people try to tell you about yourself, it's projection. It's how they see themselves. And I had to learn that the hard way, because a lot of times I go through that in my family. Like, people try to make comments like, oh, you're gaining weight. Okay. As if gaining weight is a bad thing, or gaining weight makes you look bad or something. But to me, I'm like, I look good. I know that I'm beautiful. But certain people will try to do shit like that, like plant that in your mind. And I feel like that's what's happening, for you, for those who are watching. It's like having certain people plant things in your mind about your appearance, about your job. Like, that's planting seeds of doubt, things that you didn't even think about, things that you didn't even worry about. They're trying to project, because that's really what they're worried about. And they want, the saying misery loves company is very true. So don't allow people to bring you into their fucking misery. All right. It's okay to be alone for a season. Sometimes God isolates you for a reason. Let me run that back. It's okay to be alone for a season. Sometimes God isolates you for a reason. Certain people cannot be around you. And for those of you who just came on this live, it's already 15 minutes in. I'm going to keep it up, because it started out as trying to be positive messages, but more so I'm getting more truth messages, more raw messages that you need to hear. And you can always come back to this, okay? But let's see what else. Ooh, High Priestess. Hold on, y'all. Someone text me. Hold on. Okay. So with the High Priestess coming out, it's like you know that you need to not be around these people. You know that. So if you know that, you have to act like it, okay? When you know that somebody is not for you, when you know that a group of people is not for you, get away. Get away. Look, Five of Pentacles in reverse. When you know that these people are keeping you stagnant, and it's time to get out of this energy of being codependent. Excuse me. That's the reason why it's hard to leave these people behind, because you're codependent on them. You're codependent on what they think. You're codependent on their resources. No. Nope. The Justice card's in reverse here. You see that? It's in reverse. So it's like, you know that they're doing you wrong. You know. The Justice is in reverse. That's what that indicates here. Wrongdoing. I feel like a lot of, like, you see the scales here? These connections that you're in are unbalanced. Like, the worst thing you can do to yourself is get in a connection, whether it's a platonic one, whether it's romantic, even family connections. When you're trying to grow closer to people who don't reciprocate and it's one-sided, you have to get away. That's the most treacherous thing you can do to yourself, because you're depriving yourself of a loving connection. You're depriving yourself of the love that you deserve by staying around people who don't give you what you need, okay? This is a collective reading too, so take what resonates. This is just what I feel called to do today before my class. I got a class at 1, so I got time. Ooh, 9 of Pentacles. Ooh. So it's like, when you get away from these people, this is how life upgrades you, the 9 of Pentacles. Like, when you know what you're capable of, your life upgrades, because your mind changes. So your world changes, because your world, the reality that you're living in, is created by your thoughts. Okay, that's a game changer. Once you understand that, you're better able to manifest the right things for yourself instead of focusing on the negative things here. But the message here is to really stay away from the wrong people. Sometimes it's time for you to be by yourself. Okay, I feel like for those of you that are watching this, you would really resonate with pile number 1 of my ancestor reading. So if you want to click off of this and go watch it, I have an ancestor reading I just did for Black History Month, because it's Black History Month, and I talked about in pile 1 how God's isolation is actually a privilege. A lot of times when God is isolating you, that's God refurbishing you, getting you ready for who you are, getting you ready for your purpose so you can serve God and serve other people. That's the reason why you get isolated. But some people take that as feeling like it's a punishment, and it's not. So for those of you that are watching this, it's time for you to learn how to be by yourself. It's time for you, because once you be by yourself, the beauty in that is you get to know who you are on a deeper level. That way, when people try to project onto you, you know for sure that that's not you. Okay, and then with this Nine of Pentacles energy, this is that rich energy, that rich energy. Okay, I wasn't gonna say what I was gonna really say, but it's that rich energy. Okay, that's that high vibe. This card to me is always high vibrational, because that Pentacles, it's like knowing your value, knowing your worth. You know, when you're around the wrong people, you know they're doing you wrong, but you're staying around them for the sake of, oh, I know this person, we have history. You're doing yourself a disservice, because there are people out there that will love you, that will care for you, that will respect you. But when you keep yourself around people that don't, there nothing is going to change. You know, you can't expect the same behaviors to change in a person, especially when you haven't communicated that it's a problem. And also, if you're staying in the situation, you're condoning the behavior. Okay. What else, Spirit? What truth messages do they need? Look, the Nine of Swords. It's like you know it. It's like you can't ignore it. Okay, you think about it. Okay, we have two nines here. So the number nine is signifying like being done with something, almost being done with something, because 10 is completion. So 9 is like that, almost there. So you're almost there to knowing your worth. But you have to let go of people that make you doubt that. Okay, even if it's family, you can distance yourself. Like, do not feel bad for putting yourself first. Like, that's the problem in our society. We're so conditioned to think that, no, I have to take care of other people, but who's taking care of you? Who's really taking care of you? Someone said, hey, Page of Pentacles here. Yeah, sometimes you gotta just start fresh. You gotta start over, because the Page of Pentacles, the page is a beginning, a new beginning, a young energy, a youthful energy. Sometimes you have to start fresh and you have to start over, and that's okay. You can start over with new people, with a new mindset. Some of you may even be interested in like cutting your hair. You know how when some people like they enter a new phase in their life, they cut their hair. Some of you may be interested in doing that. And we don't have any retrogrades until April, so go ahead and have at it. But these are real messages, and I love talking about real shit. I know some people, like when they come to my tarot readings, they expect me to do fantasy shit. I'm not going to do fantasy. I'm going to do real life, because we live in the real world. Like, I'm not doing readings for fun. I'm doing them because I genuinely love helping people, okay? And I appreciate the people who stay on the live, but guess what? I'm not going to spoon feed you anything. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm not one of those tarot readers that's selling you a fantasy, because because a lot of, and I'm not even trying to critique them, but I just see a lot of people like doing these readings, and it's giving people false hope. Like, I want to actually give you some real information, real shit that you could take with you. And to back up my tarot, I'm a college student, so things I'm learning, I'm also putting out there into the world, because we need to know. We all need to know. Okay, let's see, anything else, Spirit, here, even if I'm the only one on here. I noticed that like my truth can be really triggering to people, and it's just like, damn, y'all claim y'all want the truth, but don't. Because I'm not talking about gossip. I'm not talking about a relationship. Like, don't you know you need to love yourself? Like, people don't care about self-love. They care about, what does this person think about me? Like, what about what you think about you? Anyways, I'm a Sagittarius, okay? I'm a Sagittarius tarot reader. So you're gonna get the truth a little bit bluntly, maybe a little harshly, but it's out of love. Look, the Hierophant came. So yes, creating new routines for yourself, even spiritual routines. That's what the Hierophant is about. Creating those new routines, spiritual routines, having that spiritual understanding. And you got the Hierophant and the High Priestess here. So that's that, that divine feminine, divine masculine energy coming into union with yourself, because we all have feminine and masculine traits. Regardless if you're a man, a woman, or a non-binary person, you still have that duality within you. That's really all it is. Ooh, look, the Two of Swords is here. So I feel like these messages keep reiterating what I was saying. So the Two of Swords is like you're not being able to make decisions about people when you know that they shouldn't be in your life. You're going back and forth with it. Excuse me. There's no need to go back and forth with it. I feel like you may just be more worried about how they're going to take it. But think about the pain you go through being in a one-sided connection, always being there like, I remember having like this friend, and I had bought her like things for her birthday. Went to her birthday party when it was my turn. She didn't want to stay. I understand why she didn't want to stay at my birthday party because a family member did like make her feel uncomfortable. But it was like she never gave me my gift, and she's talking about, oh, I'm still mailing it to you. If you were coming to my birthday, why didn't you just bring it? That was stupid. I never got the gift, and what I came to the conclusion about was that she never mailed the gift. So it's like that was a one-sided connection. She was just only my friend for the clout, only my friend for the benefits. And that's what the vibes I'm getting here. Stop, surrounding yourself with people who only want to take from you, who only see you as a resource. Because you got pinnacle energy here. You know, you're more than just a resource. You're a human being with feelings. You're a person, not an object, not a robot. So get away from people like that. And it's like people want to stay in toxic friendships, toxic relationships, like because it's reinforcing childhood trauma. That's why therapy is so important. Let's see. The Fool. So it's like when you want to have new beginnings in your life, you got to cut people off, even if you don't know. Because the Fool is like, I don't know where I'm going. Because you see, the Fool is about to walk right off the cliff. It's like it's stepping into the unknown, stepping into the abyss. But you got yourself. You got to know that you have yourself. When you're so attached to having other people around you, you never truly know the value of you. You never truly know the value of what it's like to just be with yourself because you're so used to being around other people and listening to what they have to say about you and taking it all in. That's why you're going to be isolated so that you can see your worth, your value, your divinity. You can see why you were created in the first place. Like, can I tell y'all something really quickly? Like, I remember I manifested this shit like in thin air. So I was thinking about seeing this cat. I was like, I'm going to manifest a cat. Why, like 5 minutes later, a cat actually came. That's how powerful we are. Once you tap into your power and you know that, you can manifest things into your life. And we naturally manifest unconsciously, but once you tap into your power, you can do it from a conscious level so that you know what you're manifesting and bringing forth. So understand that you're powerful. And this is not saying, oh, you don't need anybody, because of course, but don't need people to the point where you're looking at them to define who you are, or you're using them as a mirror to reflect back to you like, okay, this person said this about me, so that's me. No. You can have healthy relationships and you can depend on people, but you shouldn't always be doing that. You shouldn't always be depending on people, okay? Because it's not healthy. You have to have a healthy level of dependence. Yes, we can depend on people for certain things, but when it comes to self love and how we feel about ourselves, we have to get those things from us. Okay. Let's see what other things. Look, 7 of Pentacles. It's like you have a lot of pentacles here, so this is like your work. But I also feel like this is giving like the vibe of like working to earn people's love, working to earn their appreciation. You don't need to do that anymore. Okay, let's let it go right now today. Hold on, somebody is texting me. As soon as I said that, it's like you see the text. It's like ding. So let me tell y'all something. Stop working to earn people's love. People that really care about you, they're not going to make you jump through hoops for them to show you love and appreciation. It's going to naturally be given to you. Because it's like some of you could have just grown up in connections where this type of behavior was normalized. And as you get older and you become an adult, which I'm sure you all are watching this, you have to understand what you deserve. You have to understand what you can tolerate. You have to have deal breakers. You can't get in a relationship and not have boundaries and just let people do anything to you, because it's not going to end well. Because just because you don't have boundaries, it doesn't mean that another person doesn't. So you're allowed to have boundaries, okay? Any other messages before I get to the advice? One more. We're going to do one more. The Empress, honey, want to come out in reverse. So it's like you don't know, you're not knowing your beauty, not knowing your value, not knowing your worth here. Okay. The Empress is that beautiful divine feminine energy. Some of you could be out of touch with your feminine energy, whether you're male, female, or non-binary. As I said previously, energies like divine feminine and divine masculine are just energies. Okay. You can have them regardless of your gender identity or your sexual orientation. And with this Empress card being here in reverse, it's like you're not seeing your beauty, you're not seeing your greatness, and sometimes some certain people can block you from seeing that. I actually talked about that in my podcast, episode 8. You can go watch it. It's watch who you have around you. Like people can literally put you in an illusion about who you are, and the whole time you could be a shining star. Let me run that back. People can put you in an illusion of who you are, but the whole time you could be a shining star. But be around people who want to dim that light, okay? I know it's hard to let go of people, but you just got to get fed up. That's what really helps. Like when you're fed up and you're finally tired of this shit, you will cut people off and be good. But when you keep thinking about how they're going to feel, think about how they don't think about how you feel. If these people truly cared about how you feel, you wouldn't even be questioning the connection, okay? But understand that you're worth so much more. Like, so much more here. And I'm going to keep this up regardless, even if I come back and watch it, because this is some real, 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 real shit. Okay? Real. It's real. Okay. Spirit, what messages did we have for the collective? What messages? What can go with these messages here? The advice. What can go with this? What can go with these messages here? What can go with these messages? Hi. Thank you. What can go? Oh, look, forgiveness. Forgiveness. So forgive yourself because you didn't know your value. Forgive yourself for not knowing your worth. Like, forgive yourself 1,000 times. Like, the same way that you're able to forgive these people, forgive yourself. Like, love on yourself. Like, you didn't have the tools you had back then to know that things were wrong, but now you can forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for not being what you needed. Forgive yourself for putting other people before yourself. Forgive yourself for allowing people to disrespect you and use you and take advantage of you. Forgive yourself. You're worthy of your forgiveness. You're worthy of your own love here. You got to learn how to pour into you before you can pour into another person, okay? Some of you could be earth signs watching this because we had a lot of pentacles. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Some of you could be air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Take what resonates. Oh, look. Don't take it personally, okay? These people, they can't love you properly. They don't understand. Like, some people just don't want to love. They don't want happiness. Like, you would think that people want happiness and joy. Look, it's thinking. You would think people want happiness and joy, but they don't, okay? So don't take it personally. How they feel is not your problem, all right? Because you know what I'm hearing? By Willow Smith. It's this song called, I think it's Female Energy, but she was like, how you feel is not my problem. I do not want you to go, but I do not want to solve this. I think it went something like that, but that's what I just heard. So don't take it personal. Look, we got get centered. Yes, get centered. Focus on you, what you need, not other people. It's time to take some time away, some solitude. It's time to go MIA on these hoes. Go MIA because it's needed. Look, perseverance. Yes. Understand that you can get through this. You can heal from it. Yes, it hurts to cut people off and remove people, but you will be okay. Trust me. When I cut off a lot of people, I felt guilty. I felt bad, but none of those people really gave a fuck about me in the first place. Like, you have to really sit here and ask yourself, because people who care about you show you. They're not going to breadcrumb you. People that don't give a fuck about you also show you. So you have to be observing and paying attention. Don't feel sorry for removing yourself from people who didn't even appreciate your presence to begin with. Nothing to be sorry about. Peacefulness here. Yes, you got to have your peace. Cutting these people off brings you your peace. Anything that costs you your peace is too damn expensive. Too damn expensive. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to make sure. Okay, y'all. Just texting. A little texty text. And one more. Quad. Ooh. Everything I just said. Now I'm gonna do one more just cause. Everything I've been saying. Okay. Look at this, y'all. No need to do. So this card is like saying, sit your ass down and rest. So rest. Take this time to just decompress. Log out of your social medias, okay? Log out of, it's time to be incognito, okay? It's time for you to take that journey inward. And even if you just take like a couple days to yourself, that's still so beautiful. That's the beginning, okay? Because when you love yourself, it is not an easy process. I don't know why people think self-love is like so easy. It's not. Okay, it is not. I feel like, me even being on this platform, people like, oh, you must really love yourself. I do, I do, but I still have my days because I'm human, and I can admit that, because I'm not about to sit here and pretend I'm perfect and pretend that I have it all together and figure it out. No, we all in this together. We're all in this together. So I'm learning just like y'all are learning. And whenever I have some knowledge or some wisdom, I'm going to bring it here, because that's how I show my love. Like, my Venus is an Aquarius. So we show love through like intellectual things, through knowledge, through wisdom. Like, that's just how it is. So yeah, that's how I show it. But this is saying that you need to relax. Relax. Like, if you gotta go get your nails or your toes done, get your eyebrows waxed, get your hair done, like, go do some self-care here. This whole reading is giving self-care. Focus on you. Focus on pouring back into you. Focus on seeing your light and your greatness. Don't let people around you try to make you feel like that's not you. How are you gonna tell me who I am? The fuck? That's what you need to start saying. How are you gonna tell me who I am? Like, when I was younger, I grew up being raised by my great aunt, and people would love talking to me and tell her good things, and she'd be like, you don't know her like that though. To make people think I'm just out here really, a bad person, and never was. But it's people like that. But even when you encounter people like that in your family, these could be strangers, old friends, exes, even people that you just know, people will try to make you feel like you're not who you say you are, but fuck them, because you know who you are. You have to stand firm and stand your ground on who you are, regardless of what people say and feel, because a lot of that shit is projections. It's false. Because my aunt, she wasn't really who she said she was. In public, you want to act like this, oh yeah, I'm so sweet and loving, but behind closed door, you talking about your friends and laughing at them. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was projection, because that was really her character, not mine. All right. The next card we have is letting go. Letting go. That's all I've been talking about in this reading. Letting people go. Like, look, let it go. Because you know what I'm hearing? Back lady, you gon' hurt your back. Dragging all them bags like that. So let these people go, because they're baggage, literally. Let them go. Let them go. And you want to know something? You want to know how to really know somebody don't fuck with you? When you cut them off and they don't even say anything. That's how you know that they was already feeling some type of way. Pay attention to that. The last card that we have is worthiness. I've been saying this. You're worth so much fucking more. You're worth it. Do not allow people to make you question that. Even your family. For some of you, it could be family here. You're dealing with a toxic mother, father, whatever it may be. Know that you're worthy, and your worthiness is not questionable. Your worthiness doesn't come from the job you work. It doesn't come from your weight. It doesn't come from your appearance. It doesn't come from any of that. It comes from you. How you have to understand that you make the rules in your life. You write the script, not your family, not old friends and exes, not people on social media. You write the script. You write down what it is. You get to define yourself too. Of course, people are going to have their definitions because we live in a world where people ascribe things to others. We live in a world that categorizes, but you don't have to let people put you in a box. You don't have to let people make you feel as if you're someone you're not. And I say that so much because, man, growing up, people just always projected like very negative things onto me. And as I took this isolation process, that's why I'm pushing it so much, because I've been in this isolation process and it taught me a lot about me. And when I was able to recognize my power and recognize who I really was, I was able to say, I'm not that. I'm not that. That's not me. And yes, I'm going to get a little feisty with it because it's just the way people will carry on as if it's the truth, and it's not. So understand that it's not the truth. What these people say is not the truth. Get the fuck away from them, okay? Because they're bad for your health. Just like certain foods can be bad for your health, people can be bad for your health, okay? You're worthy. I think I want to put one more just cause. Just cause. This will be the last one, okay? I promise. Okay. Look. Trust. The last one we're going to end at the bottom of the deck. Magic. No, you're magical. But with this trust, let me read it. It says, I trust that everything will be okay in the end. Partly because I simply know it in my gut. Way more fun to live with trust and confidence than to be a defensive wiener. That's what it literally says. These cards are so cute. But it's you see what I'm saying? It's like trust that, spirit got you, even when you're around fake people, sharks. Trust, because sometimes you can't even see it. And I feel like this card is so symbolic because you may not even see these people around you trying to jump up and pull you down. But guess what? You still walk on that tightrope. You still get to where you want to be, regardless of these people. But when you walk, you see that they're walking away from them. Walk away from them, and we see the mouth is open. Yeah, they can talk. Yeah, they can swim around and try to figure out what you're doing. But guess what? God got you, because you're being isolated. That's when God really has their hands on you. Like, hey, this is my child. No. And when you're in that isolation period, people's karma be 10 times harder because that's when God is really working on you. And what I've learned about God, and I also say spirit, I use those interchangeably. So you're going to hear me say God and spirit. I just grew up saying God, so it's so natural. But one thing that I noticed about spirit is like when she's working on you, okay? When other people try to come around with that fuckery, with that clown shit, they get karma. Because spirit's like, play with me if you want to, because that's the time when spirit really is there for you, okay? And I've really, appreciated being isolated. At first, it was kind of like, damn. But then as I got to know myself, I love being by myself. And I've always liked being by myself, but it just got even deeper because I've been an introvert. But it's just like I started to accept that, and I was thankful. I'm like, thank God I'm an introvert because I stay out of trouble. I stay out of drama. I mind my fucking business. And it's like, that's the way to live. Minding your business. Minding the business that pays you. So understand that certain people have to go. Everybody can't go with you where you're meant to be, okay? Because they don't have the same energy as you. They don't have the same drive. They don't have the same pure intentions like you, okay? So everybody can't go. They're not allowed, okay? All right? So come back to this video whenever you need a reminder, or if you feel like it's time to cut somebody off, start assessing their behavior, because sometimes it's a conversation that's needed. And if you have a conversation with a person and they still don't get it, time to cut them off. But also it could be both ways here, because I've found sometimes having conversations with people, they still don't change. So don't think that having a conversation is just gonna magically fix everything. But it's those people that want to fix it with you. When you have those conversations with them, yeah, they're going to fix it with you because that's the type of person they are. But you'll have people who refuse to be accountable, who will gaslight you and will pretend like they don't know what's going on. Cut their asses off, because let me tell you something. We're all grown. At this point, people know what they're doing to you. It's not an accident. It's not a misunderstanding, okay? So you have to be able to decipher whether or not a conversation is needed, okay? Because sometimes it's not. But for those of you who can, do that so that you can improve some of your relationships. But for most of you, it's just time to cut people off. Like, it's time for you to be around new energy. It's time for you to be in new environments to where your light can truly shine, to where you can truly be yourself. Okay? Okay. Thank you all for tuning in. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you. Peace.